Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is L, and I'm going to be bringing you a domination match on the map Raid. I'm going to be using the Chicom CQB with quick draw and grip, and I'm going to be running the kill streaks, the score streaks, UAV, lightning strike, and lodestar. And right here, at the very beginning, I will point something out in a second. So, right here, you're going to notice we're going to capture B, obviously, or A, sorry, A, obviously. And then I'm going to go over to this way, and then I'm going to realize that I don't have a weapon that is good for that range, so I decided to go down the center. And, excuse me. But as I've said before, I don't like going down the center because there's so much traffic, and there's not a lot of traffic, but just there's so much area in which there's so much open area, not a very large amount of cover, so it's very hard to stay alive a long amount of time because you can just easily get picked off from a distance. Getting lucky right there with that KSG and the attack insert, but it's just the middle is not a very good area, and get you're gonna see me go through the center a little bit because I have the Chicom and it's not a very good ranged weapon, so I try to set up my gunfights where I'm in close to mid range, but I prefer the close encounters because the Chicom has a very high fire rate, and it's also a burst weapon, so it's very hard to get. It's very good in close range, but far range, it's very hard to land enough shots to get the kill. Right here, what a boss double. Pick up a nice two-piece right there. And then I'm going to, actually, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have gone right there, but I want to pause it right here. Okay, I'm going to highlight this area right here. Look at my mini-map. So you see there's a guy on my radar, so I decide to be ready for that gunfight and bring my sights up and hide behind that little, what is it called? Armrest? It's not really an armrest, but the banister, I think it's called. But that's just so that if I get into that gunfight, I'll be ready, and I'm more likely to win that because I'm ready for that gunfight. And really lucky wallbang right there. But going back to my original topic is, when you're playing with guns like the Chicom, where they're so encounter specific, I guess would be the right word, or it's just so situational that the gunfights need to be completely in your favor for you to win. Like the Chicom is one of the examples. The FAL is another one because uh, it's a single fire and it's like not good at close range. It's at close range. So just overall is being able to know what range your gun's good at and finding gunfights that will give you that type of that type of range, so that you have at least a equal gunfight, a fair gunfight. Fair gunfights aren't the gunfights you always want to get into, but if you can get into a fair gunfight, hey, if you win that gunfight, it's a coin toss. It's always good to be able to, get a gunfight that you have the advantage in, but if you have an equal gunfight, that's great too. Anyway, jumping back into the gameplay. Alright, so as you can see, I just captured A, and the enemies are actually capturing B right now. And instead of going down that center area where there could be a potential threat of a long distance gunfight, I go to this right side, I get to pick off this guy. I'm gonna pause it right here, just to look at my radar right now. If you can see, there's people behind me, but there's no friendlies in front of me. So that's why I decided to pull back when I picked up this MTAR. Excuse me, and go behind the van, so I was able to pick it up without without going into a gunfight or getting trapped into a gunfight where I would have the disadvantage. And right there I just got unlucky because I wasn't able to pick up all of those kills, and I honestly shouldn't have gone into that gunfight because I had a what do you call it? I had, I think, half a clip, and overall, it's just not good to go into gunfights where it's a 2-on-1. And excuse me if I sound weird, I'm kind of getting over a cold, so I apologize for that. But anyway, getting back to the topic, I just shouldn't have gone into that gunfight. As I've said before, you want at least fair gunfights, or at least gunfights where you don't have a disadvantage, because at least then it's likely, or it's possible you can get the kill or win the gunfight or the engagement, whatever. And that's just that's one of the basic things, is getting into gunfights where you at least have an advantage, or you are like an equal gunfight. And I'm not gonna get any traffic for a little bit because there's the other team is like two people, and that actually happens twice in this game, I think, where most of the team actually leaves and comes back. And right there, that was a really smart move because I'm almost dead, so I decided to, feign back and let my health regen. And watch this. This is actually a really lucky last kill, escape from death right there. I almost died, but I was lucky enough to live. And that's actually a pretty cool last kill cam, to be able to survive that amount of bullets. Just getting really lucky right there. And as you can see, I didn't call in my UAV, first of all because there wasn't time, and second because within the last like 30 seconds to a minute, I wouldn't call in any kill streaks unless you're going for a final push, especially when it's right before halftime, because those are the kill streaks could be of more use later on in the game or after halftime, so that there's more likely you're going to get more kills with it, or you're going to get more use out of it. And right here, there's only two guys on their team, so we're just going to capture B, and I'm going to be a little reckless. And right there, actually, I didn't call in my UAV until I thought it was necessary, and as you can see, that I thought it was necessary after I captured B, because people had started joining the lobby, and there's almost a full. I think there's a full team on the other side. So now I called in my UAV, and then I called in my lightning strike, and I think I'm gonna sit up right here a little bit. And this isn't actually a great idea because the Chicom isn't that great at a long distance. But if you can get into that gunfight and you're gonna win that gunfight because you have a huge advantage for some reason, you're like shooting at the back or something, then go ahead and get into that gunfight. But I would not recommend going into gunfights at a long distance with most of the SMGs. I think luck, luck. That was just a really nice turn, and I got lucky right there. But anyway, just for the most part, the Chicom or most of the SMGs, you don't want to get into long range gunfights. What I've actually found is, and this has been prominent for a while now, is ARs have a low amount of recoil, so they're good at long distance, but SMGs have a large amount of recoil, so they're actually not all that great on a long distance. And this is probably just a restatement for all you guys who are probably watching my videos, because you probably know this stuff and stuff like that. But just stating that out there is uh, just putting that out there for food for thought, and that's kind of why I'm trying to use a little bit more of the ARs, because the engagements I'm starting to get in are a lot or longer ranged, or like mid range, because people are starting to play smarter and they're starting to know when and when not to rush, and you don't have just some noobs like rushing recklessly into gunfights and stuff like that. So it's a lot harder to get gameplays, I have to admit, but it's a lot more fun because it's more challenging. Excuse me. Yeah, I think I'm definitely getting. I'm getting over a cold. I apologize. That's a few unfortunate deaths in a row right there, but whatever. Anyway, oh, right here, I want to pause it. Okay, so notice that I come around this corner with my sight up, and even though my sight's off of this guy, watch me win this gunfight because my sight. Oh no. Or at least get out of that gunfight. I had the advantage in that gunfight. I probably could have won that, but uh, I won that one because I had my sight up. And just overall, it's good to go around corners with your sight up and ooh, get unlucky right there. That was an unlucky death, but ah. Anyway, I'm starting to play really aggressive right now because I'm trying to get traffic, and it's really hard, especially in Domination where it's a 6-on-6 instead of being like the normal, or instead of it being like Ground War where you can get a huge bunch of traffic and it's a lot easier to get gameplays. But recently I've been liking to play, some of the smaller maps like Hijack. Hijack is so much fun to play Domination on just because of the amount of traffic you get. But anyway, ooh, getting a little bit unlucky, but good setting up gunfights right there and putting what do you call it, cover between me and the other guy, and that was unlucky because I had to get out of behind my cover to reload and stuff like that. And oh yeah, luck is on my side in this gameplay. But anyway, uh, I'm gonna get back into the gameplay. So right here, this is actually great, not a great gunfight. I shouldn't have gone into that gunfight because he had cover and I didn't. But yeah, this is like, well, this gameplay is actually kind of wrapping up right now. But yeah, as you can tell, we're just gonna like phone these guys, continue to phone them, sorry, and just I think. And as you can see, like there's a warthog in the sky, and I think that's kind of one of the underrated kill streaks because I don't know, no one really uses like the escort drone or the warthog very often, and I just think that's kind of like I don't know why, but it's people's preferences. I'm not gonna be against it or anything, but you don't see warthogs very often. Anyway, guys, this gameplay's wrapping up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Final score was 40-8. Please like, subscribe, and share. I hope you guys have a good day. Oh, for Happy Cinco de Mayo for the day I'm posting this, and let's see. Oh, and if you're Japanese, then Happy Boys Day because yeah, we get to celebrate that and stuff. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please have a nice day and God bless.